Let's do connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. Blue. This is like a callback to yesterday's. Blue and casino. That's funny. Gray spatula. I have a black spatula. I don't have a gray one, so I might not be able to get that one. Let's see. Departed, right. Aviator, left. Okay, so pilot and aviator seem similar. I also feel like aviator is a type of sunglasses. Wonder if there's like other kinds of sunglasses here. Gray sunglasses. I don't know. Maybe not the best one to be starting with. A pilot can also be like the first episode of something. Ace, as in to defeat completely. Like you ace someone, you get a perfect. You're the only one who scored. It's also just a playing card. What else could it mean? We have schedule. Schedule. Don't know what schedule would go with. Fin, as in the end of French movies, or as in like a fin, like what fishies have. Okay, I don't really have a lock on any specific category right now. We've got right. We got right and left. Is that is that too on the nose? We got 2 colors, blue and gray. ATM. I mean, obviously it's automatic. Is it automatic teller machine or automated teller machine? Anyway, what would that have to do with anything? We've got flyer. F-L-I-E-R, not F-L-Y-E-R. I don't know, maybe I just can't spell. But do those mean different things? I'm not sure. I'm tempted to do aviator, ace, flyer, and pilot, because you can have like an ace pilot, right? Someone who's like a top tier pilot. Isn't that something from like Top Gun? In which case these could all be pilots, essentially. I think I'm going to try it. There we go. 1 flying an airplane. Okay. Picked that one out of nowhere. Departed. Isn't that a movie? Departed and left. Went. Okay, this is easy. Split. Yeah. Exited. Okay. We're down to the blue and the purple. Right. Did not go with left. I was right to suspect. I was right to suspect. That was unintentional, but it's now intentional. Let's see. Right as in correct, as in the direction. Maybe it's a right as in like, as in your rights as a person. Like free speech. Human rights, human spatula, human fin. Perfect. Right, gray, blue are adjectives. Potentially. Like what? ATM. Let me think about it this way. I mean, purple doesn't have to be fill in the blank. It's often a fill in the blank, but it doesn't have to be. But if it was, I don't think we're putting ATM in a fill in the blank. Which makes me think ATM is blue. Now, does that help me? I'm not sure. But like, how do we associate ATM? A place with lots of cash. ATM and casinos. Maybe. Remove a letter to make the name of a calculator brand. Casio. Maybe not. Nothing else really has cash. Why do I associate spatula fins? Like, don't they just look similar? Like a fin is like a long flat thing, and so is a spatula. Blue whale, gray whale, ATM whale. No. Blues Clues. I'm blue, dabba dee dabba die. This is tough. Can't pull these apart. I'm kind of just sitting here because I don't know how to associate these. So just like right and left are split up, I'm kind of wondering if gray and blue are split up. I wonder if gray spelled with an A matters or not. I think it's just the American. I've heard the American spelling is gray and the British spelling is with an E, but I like interchange them. I don't know. I never know how to spell gray. I just kind of pick one. Anyone else do that? But if it was like a last name or something, maybe it would matter that it was an A. That's kind of my point. That I took a long time to get to. But I don't really see other, like maybe Finn could be a last name. I could see that happen. But I don't, maybe Blue, maybe Wright. Like I could see these being last names. I couldn't see Casino, ATM, Spatula, or Schedule being a last name. So it's possible that these are last names, but it's also quite possible that they're not. And I wouldn't know what any of these last names would refer to. So I still like the places with cash thing, ATM and casino, but dispensers, ATMs, like ATM is so out there, and it's not a fill in the blank. I don't see how it would be. So what is it? Could it be like a short for at the moment instead of automated teller machine? Like, I'm not sure at the moment. I use that acronym for that. But I don't see how that helps. Casino feels a bit strange too to me. Casino Royale. Okay, I'm just gonna try to put gray, right, blue, and Finn together because they just feel, I don't know, it just feels right. Like I was saying that they, there's a reason I feel like they could be last names, whereas the others can't. Like they just feel like conceptually different to me, and I don't know why. But it's probably quite wrong, but maybe it'll get info for the mistake. Oh, so they are just kinds of whales. I didn't know there was a right whale. Fin whale, I mean, don't all whales have fins? Anyway. Okay, well, that was a kind of a weird way to get it, but I don't know. I don't know if what I said made any sense, but like, what the heck? Okay, maybe I can try to figure out casino, schedule, ATM, and spatula. Phone apps. You can use your phone as a spatula. I don't recommend it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I give up. Things with slots. I was almost there in my head because I was like, ATM has like you put stuff in, like you put thin things into ATMs. But no, I wasn't really that close. Because nothing else, like spatula was kind of a like long thin thing that you might. I didn't really think about how spatulas have slots. Not all spatulas have slots. I'll slot it in my schedule. Casinos have slot machines. Yeah, that I don't know if I would have ever made that connection, but luckily I didn't have to. Anyway, how'd you do? Let's do the mini crossword for March 28th. Let's go. Microsoft search engine is Bing. Intentional mislead. I'm not sure. Feature on an iPhone's clock app. Alarm, probably. Altoids, etc. Mints. I think it's plural, so mints. Comic actor Rogan. Is it Seth Rogen? Not fully represent. Belie, maybe? Sorry, that's out of the question. I can't. Interesting. N as a navigation, north. Businesses that employ personal trainers, gyms. And I think this is decoy, and hydroelectric projects are indeed dams. Nice. Under a minute. It's been a while since I've had one of those. Yeah, nice and easy today. Was there any word that I just missed? Yeah, decoy. I just didn't know what word they would use for intentionally mislead. And by the time I got back around to it, it was obvious. Belie took me a second. You can like belie the truth, which I guess means to not fully represent it. I can't is a little bit strange, but I already had it mostly filled. North and gyms. It was Seth Rogen. I think I did well. All right, well, how'd you do? Let's do Strands for March 28th. Today's theme is off the shelf. These like things you'd find in the supermarket or just things that are crazy. I'm going to think about supermarket items first. Eggs or cheese. Is there cheese here? Like I don't see cheese. Off the shelf. I don't know. Let's look at the borders and the corners. Have they been not putting these on the edges? They really haven't been putting these on the edges recently. I see GHT here, and I'm trying desperately to make something out of that. Like if these were swapped, we could do fight, for example, but they're not. Can't do, like, that's not a word, fet. I'm gonna try. Fret. Might have to come back to that. I'm not seeing it. Net. Huh. Yeah. We've got like an ick ending, maybe. A TION. Interesting. ATION, Asian. What would this be? Like vacation, vibration. There's no V's. Why am I saying those words? Ramification. I do have cation. Oh, come on, what is it? It's got to be, right? What would end in cation that would have to do with off the shelf? There's ration. No? Okay. I mean, that made sense, didn't it? Nation? No. So let's say Asian, at least Asian was correct. What are we doing on the right? Because that really restricts that C, doesn't it? Like, we have comic again, actually. Okay, not this time. I feel like it would have to end in IC, right? Like something like comic. Firmic or something. I don't know. I feel like I just don't see it. All right, well, I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep the Asian in mind. Let's keep scanning. Maybe there's something easier to find. Mystery? Okay, now I'm thinking novels. I'm thinking you find books on a shelf. And so these are novel categories. What would the word be for the spanogram? All right, well, let's just think. So science fiction, maybe? Oh, do we have fiction? There we go. So it's fiction around the corner. Sometimes I wonder about myself. Anyway, okay, fiction, mystery. There's non-fiction, but I don't think they do that. What other categories? Fantasy. Fantasy. Yeah. Okay, our spanogram has to use this G or H. What about over here, though? Humor? There were a lot on the edge today, actually. Fiction and humor. Okay, so our spanogram goes from here to here. What is it? Oh, I see biography. Oh, it's just genres. Okay. Got the spanogram. Nice. And romance. Neat. Okay, not too bad today. I wasn't thinking books until I got mystery, and then it was just obvious. Yeah, so my corners, outer edge / corner strategy did work. I don't know. I was staring at TION and IC for so long and somehow didn't click that the word was fiction, but I got there eventually. Cool. Not a bad solve today. How'd you do?